There is a huge part of the natural language processing. That is first step we have to follow, that segmentation. So text processing or natural language processing divided into the 4 to 5 steps, and the first step is called as the segmentation. So what do you mean by the segmentation? So the segmentation is a process is to divided the sentence into the word. Okay. For example, a cricket was invented in England supposedly by the senders who heard their clock. So here we are making a one sentence by combining the two sentences. The first one is cricket was invented in England. Okay, and then the second sentence is supposedly by the sender who heard their clock. So in the segmentation, we are dividing our sentences into sub-sentences. Okay, so if there is a comma, so we have to divide that sentence into the two parts. But while we making the sentence, we have come up with some problem also. Okay, so it is very easy. We can find out that there is a stop word and there is a comma. So you can, your machine learning or your model can easily understand that, okay, there is a comma, so that is the end of our first sentence. So he divided this sentence into the two parts. The first one is a cricket was invented in England, and after that the next one, and it reached up to the full stop. So this is a standard way we are used all over the world. Okay, so the comma means it is a sub sentence of the main sentence, and the full stop, it means that it is the end of your sentence. So here we are dividing our whole sentence into the two parts by using a very simple technique. You have to just find out the first comma in a sentence and then the full stop of the sentence. But is it a way to find out the end of the sentence? Because there are some other real-time problem you can face to find out what is the beginning of a sentence and what is the end of where your sentence is begin and where it is sentence is ended. So the challenges, so these are some challenges. So what happens if there is an explanatory mark in your sentence, a question mark in your sentence? So it is quite ambiguous. So in that case, it is very difficult for you to find out that, okay, this sentence is ended at this symbol. So if the question mark is indicate that it is the end of your sentence? No, not always. Okay, sometimes it is true, sometimes it is false. That taken about the explanatory symbol. Okay, so sometimes it is okay at the end of the explanatory symbol you are ended your sentence, but sometimes it is not. And again, the full stop or also called as a period is quite ambiguous. Why? Because there are some abbreviation. In that abbreviation, we are using the full stop or period dot to indicate that mph, mile per hour, it is by the mph. For Mr. Mr. we are use the full stop or period. Doctor, we are use the period. And in number system also, for example, 2.4% or 4.3. So it is quite ambiguous to find out, is it your sentence is ended or is it beginning of your sentence? So how we can tackle this problem? So these are the few real-time problems we have to face when we are making the segmentation. So segmentation is not a challenging task. Okay, so you can easily divide your sentence into the 2 or 3 sub-sentences by using the comma or full stop concept. But the challenge arises in a real time. So when I am giving you the one paragraph, and in the paragraph, let us consider there are some question mark, there are some explanatory mark, and now you want to find out the sub sentence. So in that case, it is very challenging task to find out the end of your sentence or starting of your sentence. Same thing about the period. Okay. Now, what are the approach? How we can solve this problem? So to find out the if that period is a end of your sentence or end of your not end of your sentence. So in that case, you have to use the some algorithms or you have to use the some technique, and then you have to decide that is it a really your sentence is ended here or not. Okay, so that is the end of the sentence or not end of the sentence. So for that, we can use the decision tree. So in machine learning, we already covered what is the decision tree. Okay, so here we can use the decision tree concept, and now you can understand. Even though in the last semester we learned the machine learning algorithm, but how we can implement that machine learning algorithm concept now in this NLP, you will get more practical approach of this machine learning algorithm. So one of the very famous machine learning algorithm, that is a decision tree, we can use it for the end of sentence. To find out the end of the sentence, we can use the decision tree. Okay. So now let us consider I am taking this sentence, lots of blank line after me. Okay. So this is a rough sentence. I don't know it is a end of sentence or it is not a end of sentence. So how we can identify it? So EOS is an end of the sentence. So if it is said that it is a end of the sentence, so your machine learning algorithm will be stopped there. Or if it is not an end of sentence, so what is the next? So is it a final punctuation? Your question mark is a final punctuation? Or is it required the replacement of explanatory or something like that? So you have to use the different symbols instead of question mark, and then find out is it your end of the sentence, yes or no. So you can find out by taking a different approach, different symbols, by replacing this question mark, and then check that is it a end of your sentence or not. So if it is not an end of sentence, so you can say that I am etc or other abbreviation. So you can use either abbreviation also. So this is the continuously you can check that using the decision tree to find out the end of your sentence. Then a feature-based selection of start and the end sentence. Okay, so now this is one of the example to find out the end of the sentence, but how we can find out the starting? Okay, so normally whenever we are getting the first letter as a capital letter, so you can say that is the starting of your sentence. Okay, so uppercase letter, if there is uppercase letter, for example, on the top you can see that introduction and the basic of text processing. So in introduction, I is capital, and in A and D and A is small. So A is not a starting of your sentence. Basically, the introduction's I is capital, so you can see that I is an starting of your sentence. So introduction and the basic of text processing. But again, there is some ambiguity that okay, I is capital, B is capital, T is capital, and C is capital. So from exactly your word is get started. So is it start from the basic of text processing and introduction, or is it start from the text processing, introduction and the basic? Because A and O are the small, so definitely these are not a starting of your sentence because they are representing as a lower cap. Okay, so in that case we can neglect that algorithm. A and the O, that is okay. But what about the starting of your sentence? So is it start from the introduction and the basic of text processing, or is it start from the basic of text processing and introduction, or is it start from the text processing? So there are the n number of ambiguity you can find out in a real world, so it is very challenging to exactly find out from where your sentence is starting. So there are the some solution you can use to find out this problem. So either you can use the if then else statement to check, that is a rule base, that is called as a rule base. Okay. So you can use your predefined rule based system, and in that predefined rule based system you can find out if that sentence is starting, if that word is the starting of a sentence or is it the end of the subject. So you can use the if then else statement. Otherwise you can use the features of that particular word. Then for the numeric you can use the some threshold value, and otherwise you can use the decision tree structure using the machine learning. So when you use the decision tree structure, so that is come under the machine learning approach, but there is also another approach, that is a if then else. So in if then else, that is a predefined structure you can use to identify that sentence beginning and the end. What is the basic idea behind to find out the or read the paragraph? So basically we are start the reading of any paragraph from top to down. Okay. So just an if then else statement using the feature is more important. So I am starting from the left hand side and from top to down. Okay, so this is a normal procedure you have to keep in mind while you are scanning your sentence or paragraph. Okay, so first task you require in text processing, that is a scanning of your sentence or reading your sentence. So how you can read that sentence? So there is a one rule, or you can say that is a thumb rule. So that is, you have to work from top to down. You cannot start reading from down to up. Okay, or from left, right to left. Normally in English, there are some different language. They can use the different strategy, but mostly 80% languages from all over the world, they follow the same procedure, that on the left hand side at the top to down. Okay, so there are the lots of challenges you can face when you use the NLP in real world, because in the real world there are the few languages that are started from right to left, and from the even though from the top to bottom, but it is started from the left to right, right to left. But the English and other Indian language are used a very traditional approach, and they use the left hand side starting and from the top to down. We are choosing the variable at each step that best fits the set of items. So very popular algorithm that are used for the text processing are ID3, C4.5 and the CRT. We will see in this algorithm in practical. Okay, so ID3, why ID3? Because ID3 is a very well known decision tree algorithm. Okay, so it is widely used decision tree algorithm for the text processing, that is ID3. Okay, so a decision tree is one of the best solution, we can say that, using the machine learning to split your sentence into the sub-sentence. Okay. The another features that are based on the starting and the end of the statement are support vector machine, logistic regression, and neural network. So you can either use the decision tree for finding out the starting and the end of the sentence, because it is widely used IDC, C4.5 and the CRT. But apart from that, you can also use the SVM, that is support vector machine, logistic regression, and neural network. So nowadays, currently we are using neural network also for the NLP, for the natural language processing, and support vector machine, SVM. So these are the few algorithms you can use to find out the starting and the end of your sentence. The another step, that is second step in a text processing after the segmentation, is the tokenization. So once you segmented your sentences from the paragraph, so let us consider in the paragraph there are the 10 sentences with their own sub-sentences. So first task you have to perform, that is the segmentation. So you have to divide your sentence into the sub-sentence. Okay, and the next task is to find out the tokenization. The second process, that is the tokenization. So what do you mean by the tokenization? So here I am taking the one example from the previous one, that is the cricket was invented in England. Okay, and the second sentence is that is this one. So I keeping the first sentence of my first segment, you can say that this is the first segment. Let us see. Okay, so cricket was invented in England. This is my first sentence, first segment. So I divided it in the first segment, and this is my second segment, and this is my whole sentence. Okay, so I divided this my sentence into the two parts because here is a comma. So up to the one after the comma, I have used this word as a first sentence, first segment. Okay, and after the comma up to the full stop, because here is a full stop. Okay, so I consider it is on my second. So the first one is the cricket was invented, and the second word is this one. Okay, so I am taking my second step in text processing, that is the tokenization, and actually this cricket was invented in England. Now what is the tokenization? So now again you have to divide these words in a subpart. So cricket was invented in England. So this is the token of my sentence. Cricket was invented in England. Okay, so I tokenize this sentence into the 5 tokens. These are the 5 tokens. You can see that cricket was then invented, then in, and the England. So what is the text tokenization? The tokenization is a process of segmenting a string of character into the word. What is the tokenization? The tokenization is a process of segmenting a string of the character into the word. So word token and after of word for above the sentence 11 word are token. Okay, so that whole sentence, that is the whole sentence is divided into the 2 segments, and that 2 segments having the 11 words. Okay, so different type of word. So here we are considering the 10 words because few words are repeated. For example, let me show. So cricket was invented in the England. This is a 5 word, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So these are the different type of word you can use, and for text processing, very well known Python libraries are. So you have to just note it down as that is an NLTK toolkit for Python, Stanford Core NLP, that is from the Java, and Unit command. So these are the very well known Python libraries you can use for implementation of the text processing, and during our practical we will use all of this. that is NLTK toolkit using a Python. So what are the issues we can face in the tokenization? So again, there are some issues as we are facing the segmentation during the segmentation. Okay, so here also we are facing some issues by dividing the sentence into the various tokens. So for example, so Finland. So is it a Finland? Is it a Finland or is it a Finland? So you can consider, because computer don't know anything. Na? So how you can identify that Finland is nothing but the Finland, or it is a Finland, or it is a Finland. So this is an issue we can face when you are making the tokenization from the sentence. The second one is whatever I am should not. So it should be like this. What are I am should not. So is that the same or they are different? Then another one is San Francisco. Either San Francisco is one token, or is it the two cities, San and the Francisco? So how that computer know that these are some ambiguity while we are making the tokenization? So we are combining this San Francisco in a word so that you can get a one token, or you can say that the San is a one city and the Francisco is another city. And what about the NCH? So how we can make it the tokenization? So is the MCH is the one considered as the one token? So always there are some challenges when you are work with a real-time database. So you have to face a lot of challenges and you have to solve that by using your own solution. The another issues in tokenizations are hyphens. Okay, so end of line. Here again these are the hyphens. So end of the line, are you use it is for the one sentence, or is it a one? There are the few tokens. End is one token, off is one token, or line is one token. So there are the few words they have used the hyphen, but that actually the one word. For example, moving show time. So movie show time is one word. Show time is one word. That's one. We are using the hyphen in this one. Then the lexical hyphens are certain prefixes are often written. So co, pre, meta, multi, cooperative system. The cooperative system is nothing but the one of the word. Premature, metadata, multinational. Okay, so these are the words. These are the combined words. So your computer, if your computer says that anything after the hyphen is the next token, so what about these words? So what about the cooperation, cooperative, premature, metadata, multi-international? So how we can identify this? So you have to face these challenges while you are making the tokenization. Okay, so this is one you can consider as it is one of the TA. Okay, so till time we have discussed that issues in tokenization in English language only. So these are the only English language we are covered. But the next task is to find out the problem in French language, Chinese language, Japanese, German language, and how we can cover this issue of tokenization. That is the task for this. Okay, so